And yeah, I know we have limited time here, so I'm curious if you're able to give an overview of Morpho and share with our viewers what Morpho is.
Yeah, so it is, it's a DeFi protocol. It's a lend and borrow protocol, right? But what makes Morpho really different is one, that it's built in a way that's extremely modular. And then secondly, it's built in a way that's very permissionless, right? And so what I mean by modular is that on the supply side, lenders supply to ERC 4626 vaults rather than, lending within a protocol like Aave where you receive a receipt token. But what makes really Morpho interesting is actually on the borrow side, where we have these individual isolated borrow markets. And so what we're able to do with these individual isolated borrow markets is that we're actually able to create individual kind of risk profiles per vault, right? And so the difference of, let's say you're supplying USDC on a lending protocol like Aave, you're exposed to the entire risk spectrum of all the collateral assets supported on that lending protocol. Whereas within Morpho, let's say you deposit USDC onto one of our prime markets that has only exposure to the individual borrow markets with wrap Bitcoin, wrap staked ETH, or ETH as a collateral asset. Those are just the three assets that you're going to have, exposure and risk exposure to. And so from that perspective, it caters to, it caters to the understanding that there's many different types of lenders in the space, and there's many just different types of users that have different risk profiles. So that's one of the main differences between, how we've structured Morpho and, the standard kind of borrow lend protocol. And then the second thing I touch on is that how Morpho is extremely permissionless. So anyone can create a vault, anyone can create a market. And so what we kind of are leaning into is this idea that we see that the crypto industry moves very, very quickly. There's many new use cases that we want to cater to. And so rather than having a governance process dictate the collateral assets supported, the loan assets supported, we're gonna have a very open structure where anyone can create a market, anyone can create a vault, and it's really just up to what we call these risk curators or these vault curators like Stakehouse or Gauntlet to decide which markets they supply the liquidity to.